All right, guys, we're here. I'm going to be painting these baseboards out. So I'm going to show you how to get this done. So they're already prepped out, but you want to come, if they're not prepped out, get yourself a little sanding block like this and just lightly go over them. Okay, have a wet rag, a damp rag, excuse me, and just wipe them like that. Okay, and then they're good. Give that a second. You don't want to soak them, right? Also, you have your DeWalt or a vacuum of some sort, shop vac. And you want to make sure you vacuum anything away. That way, if there's like animal hair or lint or anything like that, when you pull your brush across, it doesn't contaminate the paint and get it inside your whatever your surface you're painting. Okay. I also use, either you can get a 2-gallon bucket. This is a gallon bucket. I use a 3-inch angled brush like this. You can go with the 2.5 if you're more comfortable with that. If you're just, if you're a homeowner DIY in it, that's what I would suggest. Go with the 2.5 to start out, and then when you get comfortable, go up with the bigger one. Okay. Also, only put this much paint inside your bucket. Okay, I'm using the Sherwin-Williams Emerald Urethane. Okay, it's a water-based product. When it dries, it leaves that urethane behind, so it's a very durable product. Okay, so anyhow, here we go. So you just want to dip your paint. I like to put paint, in the center of the baseboard where I'm working at, and then pull it like that. So there's a big clump of paint here, and then I get close to the bottom and I pull that across. Okay, and then I pull some of this paint that I got sitting up there, pull it across. Okay, just like that. Pull it across. Okay. Then I put a nice glove of paint there again, and I go to the top now. And I just pull it across that lip. Okay. And that glove, I just pull it down, smooth it out, level it out, You don't got too much paint on your brush. You don't want to overdo it, because you get too much paint, then you're in a position where you got too much paint on the surface. Just pull it down. Okay, and come to this corner and go back the other way. Takes a little time, The biggest thing when you paint, you want to learn to make the paintbrush a part of your hand. You know what I mean? Learn your paintbrush, learn what you can do with it. Learn your paintbrush. If you're painting the room or the walls surrounding the baseboard, I always suggest to paint the baseboard first. That way you can kind of just slop it on. If you slop it on like that and you get it onto the wall surface that you're going to paint, it's okay. Because when you come back to paint the wall, you're going to cut it anyways, and you'll get a nice cut-in line, In this case, we're not painting the walls. We already painted them 2 years ago, a year ago. So they just got these base put in. So I'm just here to paint that. Okay, this is a pretty good self-leveling product. So brush strokes will be very minimal. Okay, the other thing you always want to have on or have nearby is your damp rag. And the reason why, because if you ever touch the floor, you can use a damp rag with a putty knife, or in my case, I have a DeWalt pocket knife. Oh, everything is DeWalt, you know that. I cover it, I bring the DeWalt, and if I ever touch the floor, I just slide it across the floor. It doesn't touch the surface I just painted, and it wipes up the floor. So that's a good thing to have. So make sure when you're doing this, you have a putty knife, your wet rag. I like to have a drop. I use that to so I can put my knees on it. You know, because the floor gets hard. So I just use it to put my knees. Okay, I come to the door casing. Okay, the jamb, and I paint up the jamb. Okay, just a bit, because I'm gonna come back and paint these jambs later today, at some point today or tomorrow, sometime at the job. But I'm gonna paint these in right now and get a nice little coat on them, so when I come back down, I blend into that. Okay, so there you have it. That's some painting. Chico's favorite painter, DIY. How do you paint baseboards? Give me a call if you have any questions.